I'm ruining your miniature painting and you don't even realize it. It's something that happens to everyone, even me. But by the end of this video, you'll find out how to break my spell and find more joy in miniature painting. To be honest, it's not my personal brand of witchcraft that has you captivated, it's the magic of the internet. When you begin learning a new skill, the internet introduces you to the best of the best. Craftworld Studios, Flameon Miniatures, and maybe even me. But your screen is a doorway that goes both ways. What I mean is that having access to amazing painters and loads of resources can actually become more of a problem than an asset. With this exposure, your ability to recognize good work develops quite quickly. The problem arises when you sit down at your next paint session with a vision in your head and you find yourself unable to paint to the skill level you envisioned. This difference in vision and skill level is called the gap. There are 3 ways to break this curse. First is just to paint. You aren't going to close the gap if you aren't actively working on your skill of choice. While there are amazing models on the internet, you can't use what you see online as a measuring stick for your personal journey. Learning a new skill takes time, and it may take several models or even several months to improve in the direction you want. The next time you get frustrated with a project, pull out one of your very first miniatures that you were proud of and compare it to your current project. Seeing what was once considered one of your best models will always lift your spirits. I like to keep one of my first models on my desk as a talisman to ward off feelings of inadequacy. Third is to set realistic and achievable goals. Saying you want every model to be better is not going to work. Instead, focus on things like paint application, brush control, building contrast, or creating volume. And it is totally acceptable to not focus on every goal for every model. Focus on color on one model and work on blending on another. This is supposed to be fun, and you might realize that you don't actually care about some of the goals you had set for yourself. Not sure where to start? Go back to a model you are recently proud of and identify what elements you are happy with. That sounds like you're getting close to a goal or two. This should give you the groundwork to set new goals for your future projects. If your current model gives you frustration, pause and think about what you are trying to accomplish. Once identified, ask what you did on your previous model that gives you the courage to try this new skill on this one. If your most recent models don't give any hint to you being ready for this new challenge, that might be a sign that you are going too fast and need to step back and slow down. If you're just starting, accept that beginning is going to be rough. You are learning a brand new set of skills, and that just takes time. Once you are a few models in, go back around and compare your very first model to your current one, and you should be able to see where you've improved. No matter where you are in your painting journey, Cobalt Keep has what you need to work on, store, and display your miniatures. Through their interlocking magnet system, Cobalt keep bases secured to their painting hilt and hold strong in their display and storage containers. Cobalt Keep's standard painting hilts come in a variety of sizes, come with convenient stands for batch painting, and the Painting Hilt Pro has accessories like a magnifying glass and light. Be sure to check out their dual paint palette available on Kickstarter now. Thank you Cobalt Keep for sponsoring this video. Back to painting. Unfortunately, this gap is a presence that will almost always come back. As you improve and your vision and application align, a new gap will inevitably open. Once we reach our goal, we immediately set a new one and the cycle starts again. These new goals can keep us excited for miniature painting, but if you aren't actively paying attention, you might feel like you are constantly in the gap without making progress. So what's the solution? Acknowledge that you will almost always be in this intertwining balance of skill and ability throughout your painting journey. Knowing the cycle of learning will help you stay grounded when you feel lost and hopeless. Refocus your energy and go back into your current project with the understanding that this too shall pass. Next is the illusion of YouTube. In every video, you're watching a crafted fantasy while living your gritty reality. It's easy to look at tutorials online and think, they make it look so easy, I'll never be that good. But the truth is, we don't always make it look that good either. When you see a perfect blend on screen, you're not seeing the years of failures that came before it, not to even mention all the failures that I just cut out of my videos. Like the Celestine. Want to know why you've never seen her on Instagram? I painted on so many layers that the paint is chipping and I have to strip and start again. Why don't I show more of this model on screen? Because her face is so bad and I didn't have time to fix it. And we aren't even going to talk about all the models where I only painted the front for the video. Why am I revealing the science behind this magic trick? Because it's important to remember that learning is difficult and I have been where you are. Don't compare your work in progress to my completed models. Don't compare your learning curve to mine or anyone else's. Take the time needed to learn and learn something the right way at your pace. And honestly, if a new technique is too hard or a model too frustrating, then just skip it and move on. This is supposed to be fun. The last of my spells may be happening right now. It just depends on what you do next. While watching YouTube can definitely help you learn, it can also be used as a form of avoidance. This is a classic trend. I don't know how to layer, so I'll watch 4 videos on how to layer. Then instead of actually going and painting, you close your laptop and go do something else while still feeling accomplished. Suddenly, watching YouTube is hindering your progression instead of helping. The solution is simple. Watch YouTube, but don't forget to practice. I appreciate all of you who watch my channel, but more importantly, I want you to learn and go paint. What are you eating? Don't eat. No, what are you eating? Lastly, you know the drill. If you like what I do, like, comment, subscribe, go join me over on Patreon. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.